Hi there, my name is Toby, and on this video I want to talk about how to use intuition for your health and fitness. Now, this channel, Body Efficiency Training, is really all about that. Efficiency is not so much to do with what you do, but how you do it. It's a different approach, and that applies to health and fitness in general. You see, there's so many things you can do for your health and fitness. How do you know which one to try, which one to do? And you go on forever, listening to this person, listening to that person. And when it comes to supplements, there's thousands of them now. What, maybe 10,000 different supplements? I don't know. Which one do you choose? How do you know which one to have? You can have a blood test, and someone will give you some results, and someone will give you a different result, and someone will tell you something about it, and someone will tell you something else. How do you know? There's so many things going on. So the only real way to know is using your intuition. That is really the only way. And it's the simplest way. It's the simplest way. You see, the way I see it, my way, this body efficiency way, is the easiest, the most straightforward, the simplest approach to health and fitness you could possibly have. I'm not teaching you a system. I'm not teaching you a set of knowledge. I'm not explaining you the details of how everything works, in minute detail. I'm giving you suggestions, ideas, but what I'm not trying to do on this channel is just explain to you the whole big picture of how the body works, how the energy system works. And I mean metaphysics as well as physics. How your internal world works, how your mind works, your spirit, your soul. This is all part and parcel of it. You see, there's more to it than just medicine and a doctor. It's internal medicine, it's energy, it's your mind. A lot of this stuff is psychosomatic. It's so complicated. How do you possibly know the answer? And who can really give you a diagnosis? Who can give you one? We know the placebo effect. Everyone knows that now, the placebo effect. Well, you believe this medicine will work, and it does work, but there's no medicine there. So, well, that doesn't count. Of course it counts. That tells you the placebo is more powerful than medicine. Your belief is more powerful than medicine. Everyone knows it, and it works the other way too. If you believe you're taking poison, you will get sick, even if it's not poison. And if someone tells you poison words, poison information, you will also get sick. And this has been proven too. If the doctor gives you a diagnosis, tells you, hey man, you've got this sickness, you're going to die. How long have I got? 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks, you die. But don't tell them. Don't tell them. The doctors used to be more like that, more conscientious. So there was a story I heard about a doctor. They had a patient and she was riddled with tumours. And it was in the old days, so they had to cut her open and she was filled with tumours, loads of them. So they thought, oh dear, this lady's not got long for this earth. So they stitched her up and they thought, well, let's be kind, we don't tell her anything. And we just watch her. And they expected her to drop dead any day, but she never did. She got better and better and she was fine. And they were so curious, they thought, what the hell's going on? So they opened her up again, and when they looked inside, all the tumours were gone. So she got better. And I heard other story like that as well. There was somebody in hospital and the doctor told their loved one, listen, they've only got a couple of weeks left. And they said to the doctor, look, whatever you do, don't tell her. Don't tell her that. Do not tell her that's going to happen. So he made the doctor agree, all right, I won't tell her. So he knew, luckily that person knew that just the information that the doctor tells you this is a shock. It puts you into a negative state. It is poison. It is an anti-placebo. And that in itself makes the thing happen. So again, of course, she got better. And that would have all helped. Of course it would have helped. So we've got to understand there's so many factors involved. How do we know? The only way we can know is with our intuition. What is our intuition? Our intuition is the wisdom of our soul. Our soul is here in the heart. It's not so much thinking in the brain, logical thinking. It's not so much even in the body, what's happening in the body. It's in the heart, your feelings. It's exactly the force. It's the Jedi. I feel the force. There's a disturbance in the force. That's exactly it. And all ill health, all problems come from an imbalance in the force. An imbalance in the force inside you. imbalance in the energies inside you. And health is when they're in balance. Now, this could be different for everyone. It is different for everyone. So what is good for me might be bad for you. And what is bad for you might be good for me. Well, you know what I'm saying. So again, we cannot have blanket diagnosis. Very, very dangerous. And mostly now, of course, medicine is business. It's all business. And what is a doctor? A doctor, he doctors things. What happens when you get, you get the computer, does something. It's been doctored. Or you got your phone, it's been doctored. So when you press it, it blows up. Or you've got some food, it's been poisoned, it's been doctored. That's what a doctor is. It doctors things. And they trick you into business. They make a contract with you because you contract a disease, you contract an illness. This is the illness you've got. Do you like this? Do you contract with this? Oh, okay, I've got that illness, have I? I accept. So you've made a contract. It's business. Now they can take your money. There's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff going on. So the only place we can really know the answer is in our own intuition. So we've got to learn how to find that, how to listen to it. Now, again, this comes again from a question. One of my subscribers asked me a question. So big shout out to Orly. Orly has left me a lot of good comments and questions. So respect to Orly. But he asked me, so how do you develop your intuition? And that's a very good universal question. We all need to know that. And I was thinking about trying to talk about that as well. But it goes together with this. What do we use the intuition for? Well, the first thing we use it for is to build our own health and fitness. That's logic. So, but how do we develop our intuition? Well, the good news is you've already got it. You don't have to develop anything. There's nothing to do. We've all got it. We just don't realise we've got it, and we're just not listening. So the only thing we've got to do is start listening to the intuition. It's not about developing it or getting it or mastering it. No. It's there. It's always been there. You don't have to worry about that at all. We've all got it. You can get it like that. You have it right now if you want it. Bam, there it is. There's no work to be done. You just got to remember you've got it and listen. And the listen comes from your heart, your feeling. It's more about what do you feel. Now, you'll think about it. You might make an analysis. So let's just say you're trying to choose some supplements. So the way I might do it, I go to the health food shop sometimes and look around and see if there's anything that jumps out. And I might have done some research, so I might be thinking, oh, there is something interesting. But now I don't take too many of these things. I've narrowed it down to the best ones. I'll leave links below and at the end of this video to some talks about supplements that I've done. One talk I've done. But then you might think about it, do a bit of research, and you're trying to decide. But ultimately, it just goes with your feeling. Do I do it? Do I not do it? Yeah, all right, I'll do it. Or no, I can't be bothered. It's just as simple as that. It is nothing much to it. Nothing much to it. You're light-hearted with it. Intuition is not so serious. It's like you go to a restaurant, you choose a menu, everything is good. But which one are you going to have? I'll have that one. It's light-hearted, it's free, it's a feeling of your soul, you're just enjoying life. And the same comes with exercise. You see, I teach you, trying to share all these different exercises that I do on this channel. But I don't train hard. I work hard, but only as long as it feels good. So the moment I do an exercise and it starts to be pain, I stop. I mean pain like a sharp pain or pain where I know now I'm struggling too much. Because at that point, I'm no longer concentrating on the structure. I'm no longer concentrating on the flow of energy. I've gone into a process of struggling. And sometimes that's good to do because we've got to push yourselves, but not very often. You've got to do it very, very carefully. The idea of this training, body efficiency training, is intuition because you've got to feel it. Only you yourself will know if you are becoming more efficient. It means you're getting a stronger exercise. You're working harder, but you don't feel like it. It feels effortless. That's the whole point. Effortless, easy. So you enjoy the feeling. It feels like a lovely morning stretch. But I might be pounding out push-ups. But I'll only pound out push-ups, nice and slow and careful, to the point where, all right, that's about it now. But I've really done a lot of work. But I've enjoyed it. And then I just feel, what do I feel like doing next? I look around, see which is the one and I might see an empty space. All right, there's an empty space there. Okay, I'll do that one. So I'm also guided. Intuition is just feeling. You sense the energy, means the things around you. You're feeling the circumstances around you. And you're tuning into them and saying, oh, an opportunity is being presented to you. Does that resonate with me or not? See, sometimes someone might tell me about a supplement or an exercise, and I hadn't been thinking about it. So that is an external situation. Something external has come to me, but I'm light-hearted, I'm open to the idea. And oh, that's an interesting thought. And if that goes straight into my heart and resonates, then I'm going to look into that. So that has given me a direction. I haven't worked hard logically thinking about it, analysing, searching. It just came to me. So this is the way of the Tao. The Tao is following the effortless path. You're just sort of riding the waves. There's going to be hard times. You've got to go up, but you ride it as best as possible, and you're going to then slide down nice and easy as well. There's always that, up and down. That's the vibration of the universe, how it has to work. And intuition is just about tuning into that, feeling it. But of course, we have to have a balance, a coherence. Our logical mind, our intuition, our heart, our emotions, and our body, our unconscious mind. See, the body is unconscious, it's pure matter. I'm calling it unconscious because when it's dead, the body is still there, but it's unconscious. The consciousness has gone off somewhere, but the body is still there. It still exists. It's the unconscious mind. And when you go into a deep, deep sleep, it's like you've gone deep into the body, you become unconscious. Consciousness is no longer focused so that it has awareness. It's another discussion. But anyway, the point being is intuition comes from this input of the unconscious mind, the physical world, the things happening, and an input from the spirit, the conscious mind. Pure information, pure consciousness comes to you. That is like a spontaneous thought. Oh, I've got an idea. A light bulb. Bing! It is a light bulb. Bing! Goes off in your head. Light. Cosmic light. The ether. Bing! Resonates and it shines in your head. That's an idea. Inspiration. So you need all this, and the logical mind thinks about it. You've got to do both, because don't forget, people also manipulate you, and they manipulate you by going straight to your soul. That's what hypnosis is. They bypass your logical mind, go straight to your soul. That's what salesmen do. They try and sell you something. So you've got to be careful. Someone is trying to really sell you a product or sell you a training or an idea. Oh, you're selling that a bit hard. Let me think about what you're saying here. You still must ruminate, think about it logically as well. So your whole being is one being. The center of your being is your intuition, but you do not discount your logical mind, your critical mind, and you do not discount your body. You must feel your body. Does this feel right to my body or not? Can I do this exercise comfortably? If I take this supplement, take just a little bit. Just take a tiny bit first, feel it. Try and analyze the feeling of your body. Give yourself a bit of time. See, yeah, I do feel stronger. So the last couple of supplements we tried was a vitamin D thing from salmon oil, but very high quality salmon oil, the best one I've seen. So of course you try it, and I think, well, let's see, just try the one tablet all by itself and see. And yeah, okay, the rest of the day I did feel pickup. There was some good improvement. So I'm thinking, okay, that intuition was good, I like it. I've gone through the rationality of it. I've gone through the physical experimentation of it. Now I take it. So I'm using my intuition, but I am my own doctor. But again, I don't like the doctor. That's not a good word. Let's say medicine man or shaman. I'm a shaman. That's the way I like it. I'm more of a shaman. Because a shaman is a sovereign. They're just their own thing. They're not following any system. A shaman has got their own way. No two shaman are the same. You can't go to shaman school and they all teach you the same thing. Now you're a shaman, here's your certificate. Can't have that. You just have to observe other shamans, see how they do it, and find your own way. It's an organic, decentralized education. So I'm telling you, when I'm teaching healing, you'll see it. I've done a course on energy healing, and I do hope you have a look, because I do like that in particular. I think that's one of my most important works, because if we can all do energy healing, it's easy. And if we all get going, that's going to make a big difference in the world. We can all do it, and we can all do it straight away. So that one I urge you to have a look at. But here, using intuition for your own health and fitness, that's the way to go. It's easiest, it's simplest. And same with diet. You've got to choose your diet. Loads of different ideas. My approach is ever so simple. The natural ancient diet of the wild man. It's got to be that. It's the diet that your body needs, not the diet that your mind needs. If you need to build the body, and the body has to eat what it has to eat. That's just the way of things. And it takes a great humility to accept that. Because the mind thinks, oh, I don't want to eat that. Well, that's not like, oh, that's evil if I eat that, because people don't like to eat meat. That's evil. How could you? I was one of those people. But you have to let it go. There's a cycle of life. Anyway, the point being is you use your intuition as well. So you try different things and see how it works for you, bit by bit by bit. And it's never perfect, because sometimes you need to do some things that are bad for you as well. You just have to. Now again, the way I look at it, very simple. There are 3 things that you ingest. You ingest food. Food will just sustain the balance. Then you've got medicine. If you take medicine when you're out of balance, the medicine will help to restore balance. So it helps to restore balance. And then you've got poison. You can take poison. Poison is when you're in balance, you take the poison and it knocks you out of balance. And some poison is so bad it knocks you right out of balance that your soul and body separate. And that's the end. But it's not clear cut. Sometimes what is medicine becomes poison. And sometimes what is poison becomes medicine. And it's very difficult to know when that is. Only you will know that from your intuition. So we have to do this. Practice with your intuition. It's not difficult. You can all do it. You don't have to pay for any course to teach you about your intuition. Forget all that. Lots of people talk to you about that. Oh, I've got to teach you intuition. This is the secret. There's no secret. We've all got it. You never lost it. It's always there. It's always there. Someone has just told you don't have it. And now you believe it. Oh, I haven't got a good intuition. What do you mean? Who said that? Someone told you haven't got it. That's the deception that's been played on you. Let that one go. Yeah, you have got it. Close your eyes for a second. Empty your mind. You'll hear it. That's it. So it's not difficult. It's not difficult. So I hope you enjoyed this little talk. It's the simplest approach to health and fitness. And I'm not saying don't see a doctor. It's up to you to choose. You use your intuition to choose the doctor that you want to see. And I'm not even saying don't use the mainstream medicine. Sometimes you have to go to hospital. You might have to do what they say. I've been through it all. I've been through hospital. I have had it all done to me. And sometimes you might want to see a natural doctor, a homeopath, an osteopath, any of these things. You use your intuition to see who to go and see. Don't be limited, be fluid. There's no hard and fast rules. Remember, it's metaphysical and it's physical. It's all of these things, highly complex. And you've got to have a holistic approach. The approach comes from your soul, trying to balance and harmonize your soul, whether it's a physical problem or a physical training, or it's a mental problem or a mental training, coming it from the center. So thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.